The Quick Diz News is part of the Quick Diz Takes family of podcasts.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Hello, I'm Michael Eisner.
Oh boy. What's up, guys, and welcome to the Quick Diz News, episode number 26. I am your host, Tim LeBeau, alongside Mr. John Castano.
Hello.
And Mrs. Sarah Castano.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Who I wanted to mention is really the host of this news show every week. So props to Sarah. She does all the work and 50% of the time host anyway because I'm not here. So, although I think I will be here mostly in the fall and winter, but anyway, yeah. So, without further ado, let's give it to our real host, Sarah, for this week's Quick Diz mentions.
Yes. And as always, we will start off by engaging in speculation. So, Disney's licensing deal with Aerosmith is rumored to be coming to an end shortly. And the Universal Music Group has a new contract that could stand in the way of keeping Aerosmith's rock and roller coaster theming intact. So, while nothing has been announced by any party, Disney or Universal, Disney would have to either re-sign a deal now with Universal Music Group in order to keep the attraction, linked to the band, or they would have to retheme it. So it is kind of important to note that there's no longer any band merchandise at the gift shop when you exit the ride, and you can purchase your attraction photo. So it could be an indication that the attraction's licensing may have already expired, but we've seen this with like Dinosaur and other rides that we've kind of been speculated need to be rebranded. So we are seeing this trend, among other trends. We're seeing this in the parks, but we do have kind of new information that Disney's contract with Aerosmith will be expiring shortly if it has not already. So we may be getting some of our ideas on this retheme. We just don't know what we're going to get. It's like Forrest Gump, guys.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard that they are going to be licensing the ride to... No, that's not true. But...
Getting into the spirit a little early, Holiday Magic is set to arrive in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure on November 12th. So we have an official date for that. We have Owen Wilson has confirmed he will star in the live-action Haunted Mansion film. We know that Disney World, the 4 parks in Orlando, have started selling an AP-exclusive popcorn bucket for the Halloween season. It is a Jack Skellington. It looks to be a very decent-sized popcorn bucket for $20 with tax included, available only to annual pass holders. People in the parks are saying that you do have to show a valid pass in order to get it. So maybe they should add those in those perks that they just released. Animal Kingdom announced that Expedition Everest will be closing on January 4th for a brief time, with a planned reopening sometime in the middle of April 2022. Johnny and I were talking about this the other day. I think it's a little odd that they're shutting it down right in the middle of their 50th anniversary celebration, but it is what it is. And Disney announced today, Thursday, September 9th, that the D23 Expo 2022 tickets will go on sale January 20th. The expo will take place in September 8th, 9th, and 10th. I put 8th, 10th, and 11th, but that can't be right. At the Anaheim Convention Center, they used the quote, "Join as fans see the latest from Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, and Marvel, including a first look at the incredible plans for the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company."
Wait a minute.
World. I know.
There's plans for that already?
Right. Okay. So it's not just me. Cool. So Disney World is having its 50th anniversary. Disneyland is a couple years older. We get it.
Yep, 16 years.
So
what?
Must be that Common Core math. Where are we already planning this far in advance for the 100th anniversary?
They didn't even plan that well for the 50th.
Yes, they're planning because they want you to start paying for it now.
They want you to start saving.
Question is,
I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it.
I can promise you guys, I am not going to be alive when that happens. That's just, I mean, it's not even a joke.
We're very happy people here.
None of us might be. I mean, it'd be good if we were.
Let's hope.
We'll
Let's
see.
hope. We'll still be complaining about the annual passes even then, I bet.
It'll be 20 grand on annual for a one-day park ticket.
I can't believe these prices. When we first became annual pass holders, yeah, that'll be us. It's fine. Everything's fine. On to our quick Diz updates. Epcot's newest dining experience. We've talked about Space 220 a couple of times before, how it's much more affordable than the Galactic Star Cruiser. Originally, it was supposed to open with the 50th anniversary celebration on October 1st. Then we had a pushed up release of mid-September. So we have a finalized opening date of September 20th. Although related to that, I did see a cast member put out in a couple of different Facebook groups that we're both in about how he's been training at, or she, they have been training at Space 220 for the past couple of weeks. And they reached out on social media that the restaurant is still in need of staff. So they said Space 220 is still currently looking for back of the house team members, line cooks, pastry line cooks, and restaurant managers. I was reading this and realized that that's right. I remember that they're a third-party restaurant that's coming in. They're also offering bonuses to existing employees for a referral of one of these new future employees, as well as a hiring bonus between $300 and $500 for any new hires in these positions. You're looking for a job and you like Disney, just something to think about. Also on our quick Diz updates, the monorail station at the Polynesian Resort reopened on Sunday, September 5th. The Main Street USA lamppost received just a touch of gold, little freshen up for the 50th anniversary. And previously neglected to update on this, I had talked about how that large Rolex clock outside of the Emporium on Main Street had been missing, and we kind of speculated it was getting a revamp. Well, it's back. It did get its anniversary makeover. People had posted it was back, and there was just bigger stuff to talk about in the news. But when I was talking about the lamppost, then my ADD kicked in. I was like, oh, crud. So there you go. Disney welcomed a new baby hippo named Greta to the Animal Kingdom on Sunday as well. It was also reported today that Yeehaw Bob is coming back to Tickle the Ivories at Disney's Port Orleans. Disney Cruise Lines now requires all guests age 12 and older to be vaccinated prior to setting sail. Run Disney has not revealed what our springtime surprise is for Springtime Surprise Weekend, but they did announce the registration windows. The race weekend will run, get it? See what I did there? See what I did there, Tim? It will run from March 31st to April 3rd and offers both in-person and virtual races. Club Run Disney early registration is on September 21st, the general registration on the 28th, and then the virtual experience registration, how kind of them, on October 1st. Last up on our quick Diz updates, Lightning Lane signage has started to pop up around the parks. So far, the signs have been shown up on the Tower of Terror, the Disney Junior Dance Party, Star Tours, and Toy Story Mania in Hollywood Studios, the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival, Soarin', and Living with the Land in Epcot, and then Jungle Cruise, Small World, and the Tomorrowland Speedway in Magic Kingdom. I don't know if stuff is showing up in Animal Kingdom. No one's posted pictures of it, so I can neither confirm nor deny. But I did see someone who is currently in the parks right now. They were able to get some of the annual pass holder previews for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Posted a photo this morning, or at some point today, about how their new construction, it's a new ride, currently has the Fast Pass Plus sign, but not Lightning Lane. And you would think that would have already switched over. It doesn't seem like they're doing a whole section at a time, or like high demand load. I don't know. No rhyme or reason, they're just starting stuff. And then I know how much our Tim loves the Rise of the Resistance virtual queue.
I sent you the thing.
Almost as much as he loves all of these upcharges we're getting lately. So Tim sent me this.
They're all so good.
We'll just call them conversation starters. We're not even going to call it good. We're just going to say it promotes discussion.
Yeah.
It's a very academic thing to say.
Promotes disgust, you mean?
Oh, so you've discussed me?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
Anyway,
I digress. So the Rise of the Resistance virtual queue, hate it, receives an update. So starting today, September 9th, a change to the virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance has been made. Previously, guests had to complete a small handful of steps at precisely 7 a.m. or 1 p.m. in order to try to secure a boarding group for the popular Star Wars-inspired attraction. Now, guests are able to confirm their traveling party up to an hour before the boarding groups drop as a means to lessen the steps to join boarding groups. So for people who are unfamiliar, you go through your My Disney Experience app, you click on the button that says join a virtual queue, you select the attraction you want to join a virtual queue for, and then you have to select or confirm everyone in the party who you want to receive a boarding pass. Then once that's confirmed, you're entered into the queue and you either do or don't get one. So this can happen up to an hour before the boarding passes drop. Now, the thing that I had been sent from Tim specifically mentioned the 7 a.m. boarding group drop, which is the most popular one. It almost guarantees you're able to get on the ride if you can grab one at 7 a.m. But as I read further in the article, it didn't say it was only that one, just kind of implied the 6 a.m. So you don't have to complete the step right at 6 a.m. or noon, but you can begin the process no sooner than then. So any time in that time frame, an hour before they drop until they drop, you can confirm your boarding group guests in your party at that point. So this procedure is already in place for web slingers out in Disney California Adventure, and it will apply to both of the Rise of the Resistance queues, both out in Anaheim as well as Orlando. And we anticipate, as all lovely things that receive this virtual queue, that Remy's Ratatouille Adventure will also get this feature.
and I will say that being able to do the names ahead of time is better, because remember when the first time we ever went, and Natasha was the one that got into first, and she messed up and didn't get all of us.
Yeah, then
they fixed it.
Out of our rope drop line for Slinky Dog Dash.
Yeah, they fixed it quick. Don't get me wrong, like really quick. But just you get nervous because
You get this
we're
odd.
all sitting there like, oh my god, are we not gonna get on now because of this?
Right.
But
Yeah, it's to lessen the burden on those cast members, probably too, because they probably just have people coming up to them. Oh, I messed up. Blah blah wasn't in it. So.
And like when I think back to this most recent trip that we had gone down in July, we were able to get it both days, one at 7 a.m. and one at 1 o'clock. And the reason I believe, this is pure speculation, friends, the reason I believe we didn't get it on that second day at 7 a.m. was because I had been so anxiety ridden just to click through to try and get a boarding group that I didn't actually confirm that the 4 of us were selected. And it's entirely possible, like we could have still had Tim, Natasha, we could have had other people still linked to our account from previous trips on that boarding group. So I checked that second day at 7 a.m. and we weren't able to get one, but I was able to grab one at 1 o'clock. So hopefully that helps. But if you're an anxious person, that adrenaline kicks in and you just, maybe it'll help. Sorry.
I think everyone gets anxious with that thing.
Oh my God.
Especially people that only go on one trip once in a blue moon. They're trying to get that thing, and I don't blame them.
Yep. So our kids this summer, it was the first time they had been able to ride it. We had never been able to secure a pass visiting with them. So I kind of was like, well, it's your fault. We can't get on it, because we're with you, like teasing them. So hopefully this alleviates a couple of those Xanax people have to take. That's what we got. They've already hiked up prices everywhere else. So unless you want to revisit old wounds, not much this week.
I don't want to, and
I don't think there's much else they can hike up prices on at the moment.
Johnny, that's something. That's something you just don't say, because they're gonna find something.
Less than a month till the 50th? I don't know.
Like, do you think that they purposely pace out, like, okay, so 50th anniversary is in 3 weeks. We can't have any bad perceived news.
Probably. That's why they threw all this stuff out that was it. They threw it all out there, get it all out in the open, and okay, now you're happy for the 50th. Enjoy yourselves.
California's passes. Florida's passes.
Yeah, they threw
Lightning lane.
I gotta think about this. It'd be excuse me. It'll be fun to try to predict what the next hike will be.
Like, are they going to get rid of their
something.
value resorts and outsource them? Are value resorts going to be not considered on property anymore?
They could, but that's a drastic prediction. But maybe.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know.
We've talked about it before. This gentleman in charge, it's all about the shareholders, and there will be a temporary happiness. The peasants will rejoice. It's not sustainable.
There'll be something else. I just don't know what it is yet. All right, guys, that's it for the news this week. We'll see you next week. And check out the podcast on Tuesday.